Grant Cardone, real estate mogul for sure, but is all of his advice really for you? I'm a serial YouTuber. I love watching videos, whether it's personal finance, real estate, or otherwise. I watch a ton of stuff, but this particular video kind of had me feeling a certain way. There were a number of spots where Grant contradicted himself, and as an investor, as a real estate investor, I'm just thinking like the analysis paralysis that new investors might go through watching some of these videos that are contradictory or that says something completely different from a video that they just watched previously could really get you in a bind. So I want to go through some of the things that he says. So let's get into it.
You start studying those guys. Elon, study Elon. Elon doesn't keep any cash. He thinks the whole thing's a joke, which he's probably right. Mm-hmm. So what does he do? He reinvests everything. He's not paying debt off. He's accumulating debt.
So we have it. Elon Musk, the richest person in the world currently, I believe, is using a ton of debt. He's using a ton of leverage. Okay, let's keep that in mind.
Apple has debt, Google has debt, Facebook has debt, and they have cash reserves that are the biggest cash reserves on planet Earth. They could pay cash for everything, but they don't.
Why do they get debt when they have all
exactly.
the cash?
Again, Google, Apple, the richest companies on this planet currently in 2024 are using a ton of leverage.
If I could have got another apartment deal, I would have bought another apartment deal with a $40 million, but I couldn't.
You couldn't find one.
I couldn't find another deal, okay? I still had this money left over. End of the year, it's just a thing that I do. End of the year, dump out.
Here we have Grant spending $40 million in cash in one property after about 20 minutes ago, him saying that Elon, Apple, Google, all with also a ton of cash, use a ton of leverage for their business endeavors. He spends $40 million on one property.
Every time I get rid of this money, every time I get rid of this, let's say it's 100 grand. Every time I get rid of 100 grand buys me $400,000 worth of real estate. Right?
Because you only have to put 20% down.
Yeah, because I'm using leverage.
So in this example, his $100,000 that he just has to spend, he wants to use leverage on to buy multiple properties. So what he was getting at was, if you're looking to buy a property and say the requirement is 25% down, and you have $100,000 to spend, you have 4 properties that you could buy within that $100,000, because that $25,000 down payment, you have 4 of them in that $100,000 that you have to spend. So my thing here is that Apple, Google, Elon all have a ton of cash and all use a ton of leverage. Grant then spends $40 million on one property and then goes on to say that if he had 100 grand, he would leverage it to buy multiple properties. The point here is that as a new investor or an experienced one, with all of the information that we have today available to us, we have in one video, that was just 4 clips in one video, really contradicting each other from an experienced operator like him. And don't get me wrong, he's crushing it, but you have to take everything that people say with a grain of salt, because you can get into an analysis paralysis state and it can keep you out of the market for multiple years because you're not analyzing deals properly, you're not thinking about things the way you should be, and you're listening to people that, 1, don't know what they're talking about, and 2, really are potentially way out of your league, like Grant with his $40 million beach house purchase that really doesn't apply to what your goals are. So I would say stay in your lane, network with people in your area to gain experience, to gain knowledge from them, people that are doing the same things as you. And yes, it's totally fine to listen to people like Grant that are crushing it for sure, but you have to take things with a grain of salt with people like that. And you really have to measure what they're saying against what they're actually doing. I have to know, comment below, who's your favorite real estate investing personality? Grant Cardone, Bigger Pockets, us? Let me know. Catch us on the next one. Remember, sky's the limit.